Hello students, you welcome. Today in this video we shall learn how to write informal letter. Before that we have already learnt about the formal letter, the format of the formal letter, parts of the formal letter and how it can be composed. Now we shall discuss about how to compose the informal letter. At first let us discuss about the differences between the formal and the informal letter. There are two sorts of letters, formal letter and informal letter. Formal letters are written to the editors, to the business partners, to the officers for requesting, to the officers for complaining, these are the types of formal letters. Many a times we write the letter to the business firms for putting or cancellation of the orders. So giving and cancelling the orders. Okay. On the other hand, we write the informal letter to our relatives, friends, parents. Likewise, the difference lies in the format of the letter as well as beginning and ending of the letter. In brief, I can say if you are going to write a formal letter, definitely you are making a communication which is very much formal and you have to be bound with the particular style of a writing. On the contrary, or on the other hand, when you write an informal letter, then you have the liberty to develop your own content, to express your emotions. Many a times we express the feelings of happiness and grief through the informal letter, but in formal letter, when we write the formal letter, there is no place for the emotions. Only it is written to give or disseminate the information, to share the information, to put the orders, to make the complaints. So there is a lot of differences are there between formal letter and a informal letter. We have already studied that in the formal letter there are 8 parts. Of the formal letter there are 8 parts and in informal letter there are only 6 parts. What are the names of those parts, informal and formal letter? Let us discuss. Okay, at first let us discuss about the parts of the formal letter. Sender's address, then date, then receiver's address, then salutation, then subject, then the content, then signature. Before signature we shall put the complimentary clause. Complimentary clause, and finally at number 8 we put a signature. So these are the 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now let us take the parts of the informal letter. Number 1, the sender's address will be same. Sender's address. At number 2, we shall skip writing receiver's address, but we shall definitely put date, and it is mandatory to leave one line space before and after writing the date, mentioning the date. Number 3, we shall skip the receiver address, then salutation, then we shall skip the subject and we shall write the content. At number 4, we shall write the content, and at number 5, we shall put the subscription. And at number 6, we shall write signature, or we shall put a signature. So in this way we see that in formal letter there are 8 parts, and in informal letter there are only 6 parts. The receiver's address and the subject, these are the 2 parts which are deleted, which are avoided while developing the informal letter. Now let us elaborate the topic by taking an example. This is the question for you. Imagine you are Suresh Mishra, living at 7C block, Sector 15, Ambala. Your son is residing in hostel of Hindu Public School, Hisar. Write a letter to him advising him to participate in sports, games, activities. So this will be a completely informal letter, a letter by the father to his son, the son who is residing in the hostel of a school, Hindu Public School in Hisar. The discussion will be there from the side of the father to his son to motivate him, to advise him to participate in the sports activities and to elaborate the things or to tell him, to teach him that how the sports activities are better for being a good person, good human being, and what are the scopes of sports activities. So at first we know that there are only 6 parts of a informal letter. We shall mention all those 6 parts one by one. At first we shall write the address of the sender. So who is the sender? In this address, the father is the sender of the letter. The address is given here. The address is always written to the left side of the notebook or the paper. So we shall write here. We shall write the address in 2-3 lines. 7/C block, Sector 15, Hisar. Sector 15, not Hisar, but it is a Ambala. It is a Ambala. Sector 15, Ambala. Okay. Then how to write the date? There is a proper format of writing the date. At first we shall write the name of the month, then the date will be mentioned, and then the year will be mentioned. The year and date both are separated by putting a comma between these 2, and never write the name of the month in abbreviated form. Write the name of the month in full, expand it into the full spelling. Write the date after leaving one line space. We shall write here in this way. This is the month of November. Today it is a 4, then comma 2020. In this way we shall write the date. This is the proper format. And keep in mind, never write the word date when you write the date in the letter. This word date should be skipped, should be avoided, because you are writing the full date. So what is the use of writing this word? So avoid writing the word date. We have written the two parts, sender address, then date. The third part is informal letter, receiver address, but we shall not write here the receiver's address. Directly we shall write the salutation. So here it will be, dear son. We may write the name also, because there is no name given in this question. So if you are not willing to write, name is not given, so no need to write the name, dear son. Or we can write in this way, my dear son, my dear son. Keep in mind, here the main words starts with a capital letter in the formal and informal letter in salutation. Okay, after writing the salutation, now it comes the turn to develop the content or the main body of the letter. Here we see that the starting of the informal letter lies with the willingness of the writer. There is no proper foundation, there is no proper format how to start. You may start, my dear son, I love you. You may write here, how are you, my dear son. You may write here that at our residing place we are living happily, and do hope you will also be living happily in the hostel. So it is, there is no foundation, no proper format. It is totally depends on the writer's mood and a purpose of writing the letter. But basically we divide the content or the main body of the letter in 3 paragraphs. Mainly in the 3 paragraphs, the first one is a introductory paragraph. In first one is introductory paragraph. Second paragraph is related to the main content or what is the purpose of writing the letter. Here in the second we shall write the purpose, and in the third paragraph we shall write or we shall conclude the letter. Conclusion will be there. Conclude, we shall make the conclusion in the third paragraph. Now let us develop it, how it can be developed. In the beginning we shall start in such a way. After salutation, my dear son, we shall write, I received the letter from your hostel warden. He told me, he told that you are doing excellently in the academics. In the academics, you scored 95% marks in the essay 1 examination. Essay 1 examination. But you are not taking interest in the sports activities, in the sports and games activities. Okay, this is the introductory paragraph. What does the writer want to say? It is clearly mentioned that he is feeling happy and he is satisfied with the academic growth of the child. but as he was informed by the hostel warden that the child is not taking interest in the sports and games activities here, from here we shall start a para number 2, in which we shall mention what is the scope of the sports in the life. As a father, how he motivates the child to come forward and to take participation in the sports activities, we shall write in the second paragraph. Okay, now let us start writing. The healthy life is the key to the pleasures of life. Is the key to the pleasures of life. A weak or diseased person can't live the life to the fullest. Live the life to the fullest. There is no use to become a bookworm if you can't maintain a good body and health. In this way, we shall mention further that what is the scope of the sports. As per the father, the sports teaches us the value of discipline, and the ways or the methods and ways to tolerate and share the happiness. We must not forget the names of P.T. Usha, Sachin Tendulkar, Saurav Ganguly, Milkha Singh, and Yogeshwar Dutt. These sports people not only got successful in the sports, but they are very nice human being of the country. They are the causes, they are the reasons of the smiles on the millions of the people of the land or the country. In brief, I want to ask you, now we shall write in the next paragraph or in the third paragraph, we shall conclude that I do hope. We shall conclude it. One or two lines can also be mentioned further in this letter, but I am concluding it. Now, I do hope I do hope that you shall start taking interest in the sports activities, I know that the basketball, kabaddi, archery and wrestling, these are the games facilities which are provided in your school, and definitely, as you told me that the coaches are very of high quality, they teach the students very nicely, and every year the results of the school in the sports are always excellent if you watch the record of the school. In this way, we shall motivate the child to participate in the sports and games activities. It will be an informal letter, so we shall finish the letter by writing the subscription, and it will be written likewise. Yours, you may complete it by writing only yours, or yours loving father, yours loving father. Here put your signature at the end of the letter. One thing is also noticeable, that should be kept in mind always. When we write the subscription, only first letter of yours will be written capital, and the next letters of loving and father, these letters will be small, and in the salutation, the letters of the next words will also be capital. So in this way we learnt that there are 6 parts in the informal letter, and in the formal letter there are 8 parts, and we learn how to write the informal letter.